Benedict Cumberbatch is one of the most celebrated and best loved actors in Britain, and over the last few decades he has amassed an enviable filmography by any actor's standards, with films across genres and styles that have wowed audiences and critics alike. Today we count down 7 of the best Benedict Cumberbatch movies, from 7 down to 1, so sit back, relax and enjoy a video of Cumberbatchian proportions. Hey there, Tim from Screen OD here. I hope you're doing well and having a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate everyone who supports the Screen OD channel. Now, we've got a treat for you today, especially if you like Benedict Cumberbatch, because we're going to be counting down his best movies from 7 to 1. Now, TV fans, of course, may know and love Mr. Cumberbatch as TV's Sherlock, opposite Martin Freeman in the retelling of Arthur Conan Doyle's classic detective stories. But of course, he has made a huge amount of films outside of his television work, and that's what we're going to concentrate on today. They've gone across all sorts of genres, from indie all the way through to massive franchises like Marvel and Star Trek, but we are going to concentrate on the very best so that you can put your feet back and just enjoy the ride and perhaps go and watch some of these films afterwards. A quick reminder, if you love TV and movies, why not subscribe to the channel? It doesn't cost you anything and you will have a better streaming life, I promise, because all of the best streaming content will be directly fed to your feed. And if you like the video, why not like the video? And then other people who like this sort of content will be more likely to see it across the net. Okay, let's start our journey at the beginning and let's have a starter for 10. One of Cumberbatch's early roles, this 2006 indie classic sees the actor play Patrick Watts, the stuck-up captain of a college quiz team who is pitted against upstart Brian Jackson, played by James McAvoy, from a working-class background, who is desperate to fulfill his childhood dream of competing on and winning the television quiz game show University Challenge. Although not a starring role in this film, Cumberbatch shines as Watts in a movie that also features performances from Rebecca Hall, Alice Eve, Dominic Cooper and Catherine Tate. We move a long way forward from starter for 10 in Benedict Cumberbatch's career next. In fact, about as far as you could get from it, because this film is very recent indeed, but a great one. It is at number 6, the legal drama, The Mauritanian. This 2021 movie saw Cumberbatch play opposite Jodie Foster, Tahar Rahim and Shailene Woodley in a legal drama based on the memoir of Mohamedou Ould Slahi, a Mauritanian man who was held in the American-run Guantanamo Bay military detention center in Cuba without charge between 2002 and 2016. Cumberbatch plays Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Couch in this excellent film, a military veteran and lawyer who is involved in the prosecution around the case as it begins to unfold. As always, Cumberbatch shows his range and skill as an actor in a very versatile performance. Next, we move back in time to the First World War for an incredibly powerful film in the shape of 1917. Written and directed by acclaimed British filmmaker Sam Mendes, this story takes place in the First World War during Operation Alberic and focuses on the mission of 2 British soldiers trying to get a message forward to call off what would be a doomed attack. Cumberbatch's character, Lieutenant Colonel Mackenzie, better known as Colonel, is a central plot point in the film, but actually features on screen for a very short amount of time in this star-studded movie. However, although a brief appearance, the impact that he and his performance has on the end of the film is breathtaking. Another incredible performance in a very powerful film coming up again next. Yes, we are moving on to 12 Years a Slave. Although Cumberbatch is only a relatively small part compared to that of Chiwetel Ejiofor, who plays the lead Solomon Northup, his performance as slave owner William Ford is a carefully crafted and beautifully executed piece of acting. The story follows Northup's time as a slave, and Cumberbatch's Ford is the first person to buy him after he's taken into slavery. His role requires him to show some elements of kindness and compassion, at the same time as doing something that is clearly wrong in trading of slaves. A complex role for which Cumberbatch is clearly a real match. A very different type of film now. After some of those incredibly powerful dramas on the list, we're going to move on to superheroes, and we're going to move on to Benedict Cumberbatch absolutely owning a role in the world of Marvel. It is, of course, Doctor Strange. Cumberbatch has proven that he is an actor with great range, able to play as comfortably in indie films as he is in major franchises, so it was no surprise that he would delight audiences as he entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Doctor Strange. This movie delighted fans as Cumberbatch brings alive the character in an origin story that tells us more about the brilliant neurosurgeon who learns some incredible arts of sorcery after a car crash that ends his career in medicine. Setting up a lot more plot points and adventures for the MCU to explore, this film and Cumberbatch's part in it are very popular with Marvel fans. At number 2 on our list, we have a film that has recently won an Oscar for the director, so if that's not enough of an endorsement, then let me tell you that Benedict Cumberbatch is also in it. It's of course Jane Campion's The Power of the Dog. Yes, Campion picked up an Oscar for helming this brilliant film, and Benedict Cumberbatch also quite rightfully won huge praise from critics and fans alike. This western set in 1920s Montana follows the story of two warring brothers, Phil and George Burbank, played by Benedict Cumberbatch and Jesse Plemons, and their relationship with a widow called Rose Gordon, played by Kirsten Dunst. Cumberbatch plays Phil, who unlike his brother is lonely and bitter and removed from the world. Cumberbatch delivers this performance with pinpoint accuracy at every turn, making this a very special watch for film fans. So we arrive at number 1 in our list, the very best Benedict Cumberbatch movie performance that you can go and watch. Hopefully you've already found some fantastic performances that you would like to go and watch again, or perhaps enjoy for the first time, but this one is incredibly special in a very, very powerful film. It is at number 1, The Imitation Game. In a performance that is truly brilliant on every level, Cumberbatch takes viewers on an emotionally devastating journey in his portrayal of Alan Turing in this 2014 biopic. It felt like his star as an actor could hardly burn brighter at this time, but the beautifully nuanced performance as the Cambridge mathematician who assembled a team that cracked the Enigma code at Bletchley Park during the Second World War took him to a whole new level. Cumberbatch takes viewers on an emotional roller coaster from the dizzy heights of helping to defeat the Nazis to the crashing lows of Turing's appalling treatment after the war for being homosexual. This is a truly brilliant example of the enormous and versatile talent that Cumberbatch brings. Right, so that's it. That's the best Benedict Cumberbatch movie performances ranked from 7 to 1. Is that the right order? Are there films missing from the list? Leave in the comments below what you think and we can debate them as a Screen OD community. Right, thanks so much for watching. And of course, if you love TV and entertainment, why not check out some of the other videos on Screen OD? I assure you it will make your streaming life better. Until next time, thanks again for watching and we'll see ya.